What is going on, guys? Hope everyone is staying safe during the crisis. So we're continuing this part of the series as our ongoing effort to, keep everyone entertained and, of course, informed. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to start with, do we feel that Starfleet was more militaristic, kind of in the Wrath of Khan era, rather than the Next Generation era? This is kind of leading up to the Dominion War. So, staying in universe at this point, the early TNG era was, it kind of had it was the end of history for Starfleet as we know it, in a sense. And this is, because, the Klingon threat was almost pretty much gone at this point in the Next Generation. We still had the Romulans, but they had gone pretty quiet, and, neither the Borg nor the Dominion were really encountered too much in the Next Generation. The Ferengi kind of understood the threat, but not too many other races, and we kind of later discover that there was a lot of conflict, with the Cardassians and the Federation, although this isn't, truly represented in the Next Generation. Even when, the series premiered in kind of the late 80s, we have to think about the late 80s here. So, the Federation's attitude was kind of more geared towards the 90s. This peace kind of dividend kind of had a sense of democratic Trumpism to it, in the sense that it allowed kind of the Federation to focus on that kind of exploration kind of deal, while not focusing too much on military preparedness. So in a sense, the Federation in the Next Generation is incredibly powerful, confident, and kind of, yet unchallenged. We don't have the Klingon threat. The Romulans are still there, but largely unchallenged with their flagship, the Enterprise. And it's fired upon multiple times during the show, but it's not too there's not too many firing upons really in the Next Generation, and kind of this whole reality ends when we encounter Worf 359, and this in turn leads to decades of kind of loads of conflict and strife, and this was incredibly crazy in a sense. And Worf 359, again, this leads into the Q, and he kind of in a sense introduced the Federation to the Borg, and many believe that this was kind of a way of trying to shake up the Federation at a time when they were kind of not really engaging in many conflicts, if you know what I'm saying. So Wolf 359 was kind of the end of that, but it was definitely a surprise for Starfleet engaging in that kind of conflict. And after Wolf 359, it kind of also meant that the Federation was somewhat prepared for the Dominion War, kind of getting, the Intrepid, all these other ships ready for battle in a sense. So definitely Worf 359 definitely helped with that. And, in regards to Q's motivations here, so yes, the Federation had warning thanks to the Q, and many believe that this was his goal in the end. The warning was when the defeat at Wolf 359, but with the Federation and Starfleet kind of were they adequated for this conflict? I don't know. At the end of the day, they had limited time to prepare for all this, and the gravity of the threat was not realized until after War 359 for sure. So I mean, you know, the Federation and Starfleet built up this kind of paradise, and then all this conflict brought it back all down. So I mean, this is kind of what we see in Picard, really, kind of almost a downfall of the Federation, really, and what we might see in the new Discovery season. So I mean, you know, the thing to remember here is that the Borg had a truly unique weapon at War 359, and this couldn't have really been anticipated. And this was, of course, Captain Picard. You know, by the Borg assimilating him, that gave them an edge with the knowledge of Starfleet. You know, all of these command codes, tactics, ships, etc. So, you know, Starfleet in the Next Generation wasn't totally militaristic, right? So, you know, what does this mean for STFC? Well, it means a lot of things. Will we see extended Borg conflicts? I think so. I think we'll see that in Star Trek Fleet Command. I think we'll see a more heightened Federation, and I can see that bringing about something new, more military coming from the Federation and Starfleet. And overall in the Kelvin universe, like I can see this, I can see the developers really introducing this kind of into the storyline, kind of the end of peacetime. I remember we've already seen it with the Borg arc. Maybe with new upcoming content, we could see that too. We'll just have to wait and see. You know, meanwhile, like, let me know what you guys think. I would love to know. Leave a comment below. And that is it for now, guys. Hope you have a great one, and hope you have a good day. Stay healthy, stay safe. All right, see you guys.